I never believed in soulmates until I met Alex Carter on Instagram. It was June 2023, and I was 22, freshly graduated from the University of Michigan with a computer science degree and zero clue what to do next. I'd moved back to my mom's quiet house in Ann Arbor, job hunting by day and doom scrolling by night. That's when his DM slid in. A simple, "Your smile in that graduation pic is contagious." His profile was perfect. Former Army captain, now a civil engineer working contracts in Syria, handsome in a rugged way, widowed, raising a 10-year-old daughter alone. The kind of story that tugs at every soft spot you have. We talked for months. Morning voice notes, goodnight texts, endless video calls where he'd hold up his phone to show desert sunsets. He called me Sunshine. He sent poems. When my car broke down, he Venmo'd me $800 without asking. When I cried about feeling lost after college, he listened for hours. I fell hard. I told my mom about him. I told my best friend Sarah. I even started saving screenshots because it all felt too good to be true, and I wanted proof it was real. Then came the emergency. His payroll got frozen overseas. He needed $4,200 to cover his crew until the bank sorted it. "I'll pay you back double the minute I'm stateside, Sunshine. I swear on my daughter." I hesitated for one day. Then I drained my graduation savings and sent it through Bitcoin. He said wire transfers were flagged for military contractors. After that, the asks got bigger. Equipment failure. Medical bills for his daughter. Customs fees to ship his leave paperwork home. Each time, he'd cry on video, promise marriage, send fake documents. By the time I'd sent $38,000, every dime I had plus loans from my mom, I finally Googled his photos in reverse image search. The face that had stared lovingly into my camera for 6 months belonged to a stock photo model from a 2018 Getty Images shoot. Captain Alex Carter didn't exist. I didn't sleep for 3 days. I sat in the dark, rereading our chats, feeling the humiliation burn hotter than the grief. My mom found me crying on the kitchen floor at 4 a.m. and just held me. But something else was growing under the shame, rage. Cold, focused rage. I knew code. I knew networks. I knew how to disappear online and how to follow digital breadcrumbs. If this scammer thought he could bleed me dry and vanish, he was about to learn what happens when you target the wrong girl. I started small. I created a new Instagram profile. Fake name, fake photos lifted from an obscure travel blogger, backstory of a lonely divorcee in Seattle with a fat inheritance. I called myself Lauren Brooks. I posted sunsets, coffee cups, quotes about second chances. Then I liked a few posts from accounts that had interacted with Alex's profile. Within a week, a new DM appeared. "Hey beautiful, loving your vibe." Same script. Same photos. Same voice on the burner number calls. But this time the name was David Morgan, a petroleum engineer stuck in Dubai. I played along. I giggled at his jokes. I sent fake tears when he talked about his sick mom. And every time he dropped a new detail, bank routing numbers, wallet addresses, email headers, I logged it in an encrypted spreadsheet. He got greedy fast. Within a month he was asking for $6,000 for a flight home. I stalled, saying I needed to liquidate stocks. That bought me time to dig deeper. I traced the Bitcoin wallets he'd given me through public block explorers. Most of the coins moved within hours to mixing services, but a few slipped through to exchange accounts. I wrote scrapers to monitor those wallets 24/7. When fresh deposits hit, always in $3,000 to $9,000 chunks that stayed under reporting thresholds, I reverse searched the sending addresses. Patterns emerged. Dozens of victims' payments funneled into the same cluster of wallets before bouncing to a handful of endpoints. One address in particular received huge volumes, over $400,000 in 6 months. That was the hub I needed inside the operation. I built a second persona, Tunde Adebayo, a 28-year-old Nigerian crypto trader looking to launder money quietly. I joined private Telegram channels where scammers trade scripts, buy aged accounts, and brag about clients. I posted convincingly, complained about greedy mules, shared fake success stories. Slowly I earned trust. One guy invited me to a Yahoo Boys training server with 400 members. That server was gold. They shared everything: Google Drive folders full of stolen IDs, Photoshop templates for fake passports, voice changer software recommendations, lists of working gift card exchangers. And most importantly, their payout structure. The big wallets all traced back to one name repeated in voice notes: Big Boss Kelvin. Kelvin ran the show from Accra, Ghana. He recruited workers, supplied scripts and photos, took 60% of every score. His workers were scattered: Lagos, Manila, even a few in Eastern Europe, but all payments flowed through his mules. I spent 4 months mapping it. I cross-referenced wallet addresses with leaked data dumps, social media slips, careless selfies with geotags turned on. I built a graph database of every username, phone number, and email I could harvest. By November, I had 47 connected scammers, 112 confirmed victims, and transaction records totaling almost $2.1 million. But proof wasn't enough. I needed them to incriminate themselves in real time. So I went back in as Lauren Brooks. This time I told David I was ready to send $25,000, but only if he'd video call from his office to prove he was real. He panicked, made excuses. I sweet-talked, guilt-tripped, promised it was the last ask before we'd be together forever. Finally he agreed, but only on a blurry connection. The call lasted 8 minutes. Grainy video, obvious filter, but I saw enough. A room with multiple monitors, another guy in the background laughing, a whiteboard covered in victim names and dollar amounts. My name was still up there from months ago, marked dry. I recorded everything with screen capture software. When he begged for the money, I let him ramble: dates, amounts, wallet addresses, even bragging about how many women he'd hit that month. That recording was the smoking gun. I packaged it all: transaction logs, chat exports, the video, my graph of the network, victim statements I'd quietly collected from romance scam support groups on Reddit. I wrote a 40-page report with timelines, screenshots, and blockchain proofs. On a freezing January morning in 2024, I walked into the Detroit FBI field office with a USB drive and a lawyer my mom had hired. Special Agent Ramirez listened to my story without interrupting. When I finished, she said quietly, "You just handed us an international ring on a silver platter." The takedown happened fast. Ghanaian authorities, tipped off through Interpol, raided Kelvin's compound 3 weeks later. They seized laptops, phones, stacks of cash. 17 arrests across 4 countries followed. News outlets ran the story: Michigan woman's DIY investigation busts multimillion-dollar romance scam network. Most of my money was gone, converted to cash and spent, but the feds recovered about $180,000 from seized accounts and returned it to victims proportionally. I got back $4,800. It wasn't justice, but it was something. People call me a hero now. Podcasts want interviews. A Netflix producer emailed. But honestly, I still check my DMs twice before opening them. I still flinch when someone online calls me beautiful too soon. What I did wasn't about the money anymore. It was about taking back the power they stole, not just from me, but from hundreds of others who cried alone in the dark like I did. Kelvin's serving 15 years. His workers scattered or flipped. The Telegram servers are gone. And every time another fake captain or engineer slides into someone's DMs with the same tired script, I smile a little, because I know there are now watch lists, frozen wallets, and investigators who learned exactly how these networks work, from a 23-year-old girl in Ann Arbor who decided she wasn't going to be anyone's victim twice. The internet never forgets. And neither do I.